going to make a star knot, 6 strands. Take your 6 strands, take one, make a counterclockwise loop. Take the strand to the right, go underneath the first strand, take the end and go through the loop, and pull it down. And cinch this up a little bit. Again, take the strand to the immediate right and do the same thing. You're going to do this 6 times. And when you get to the final loop, just take the working end and go through the bottom of the hole. And here you have 6. Just tighten them up. And this is what you want going into step 2. Hit the button. Alright, so when you reach step 2, this is what you're going to have. Tighten it up so it's all neat. And then take a strand and go to the top. You're going to crown it. And that's what you should have. To show you again, beginning of step 2, take the strand and go above. And the next strand goes over. Next strand goes over, over, over. Final strand goes over and through the first loop. Tighten these up a little bit. And that is step 2. Alright, so at the beginning of step 3, you have your 6 loops. Let's call this pink loop 1, blue loop 2, black loop is 3. You take your pink strand, you go around the first loop, and you go under itself. The string will run parallel to loop 2, blue cord, and it's going to go down the hole in 3. If you have a needle at the end of your rope, you can just slip it right down, or do what I do. Take your hemostats, go up through loop 3, and just cinch it down. And that's done for that step. And you're going to repeat this 6 times. Strand to the right will now go underneath both. It'll run parallel to this black strand here, down the hole. So around, it goes under both, parallel to the black, so hole 1, bypass 2, going down 3. Take hemostats, down the hole. I'll show you one more time and you can do the rest on your own. Hole 1, hole 2, hole 3. Take your cord, go around loop 1. You're going to go under both strands, parallel to loop 2, 1, parallel 2, down 3, which is white. Okay, for this next step, it's a little confusing. You know you have a strand going down each of the loops, and the next step is you flip it over. Once you clear these loops out of the way, you'll see that the strand coming through the loop has a brother, and it's this piece right here. So what you do is, pay close attention, you're going to go over 2 strands through this loop. So take the green strand, goes over blue and white, through this hole to the center. So take your hemostats, go through the center, and go through the hole, and take the green strand and pull it through. So now we take the black strand. Again, the process is always the same. Follow the parallel string over 2. So take your hemostats, go through the bottom to the center, just to make clear the path. And if you have a needle, you could always just thread it and force the cord through. But because I don't, I just use the hemostats. And this will be the last one I do, and you can do the rest on your own. So we take the blue strand, you gotta follow the black over 2. So green and black are 2. Create a path going down the center. Take your hemostats, grab, and pull. And I'll come back when I'm done. So this is the end of the final step, and this is what you're left for. You got all your ends going back through the top of the center. Now because each one is color coded, it's pretty simple to follow. So for example, this green strand here, this green strand goes right next to it, and it goes down the hole. Now next is white. Next is turquoise. Now if you leave these loops a little loose in the beginning, this part will be easier to do. But for demonstration purposes, it's not that bad. Next one's pink. And blue. And just so you know which strand goes where, if you're doing all one color or whatever, this is the black strand here. It goes down this loop and up through the center. So basically, when it comes up the center, it just goes right next to itself back down the hole. And that's the same for all the strands. You're almost done, but this is what you're going to have now. Alright, for the final step, we're going to dress the knot. Dressing means tightening. You only do a little bit at a time, so don't go too much right now. So this is the most confusing part, but because each line is color coded, you should be able to follow this easily. You flip the thing over, and you see we're going to start with the pink. This pink strand here goes up and comes out here and around. So what you want to do is, I use a clay stylus. You want to pull from the loop here, and that's going to draw this up. So just pull it a little bit, and then you pull from the top here. So pull bottom loop to top loop, and that pulls the bottom loop tight. Then you take the top loop and you pull it out, and that makes this tight. And then you just follow it, and you pull the middle strand, and that pulls the top loop tight. Then you go underneath, you pull the middle one here, that takes the middle tight, and you just go back up and then pull down. So again, go with the blue this time. Here's the blue strand coming up through here. So just pull on this one, pull the blue out a little bit, then you're going to pull the blue here. And see, that makes the bottom loop tight. Then you take the top loop, pull it out. Now you know it goes under itself. And you take the middle blue here, pull it up. You go underneath, pull it down, and then back up. And then down. And that's it. Finished tightening all around, and then you have a 6-strand star knot.